Our vacation was amazing. We went to a whole lot of place, including the Calabar Carnival at Cross River, Obudu Cattle Ranch still at Cross River. We witnessed the opening of the stadiums in Aqua Ibom, my state. We climbed Mount Patty in Lakoja and a whole lot more. Before we knew it, it was time for school again. Ema was very excited because she had lots of stories to tell her course mates. I, on the other hand, felt indifferent returning back to school. We resumed, and things started out well until 2 weeks. I was at home enjoying my lecture-free day when I got a call. Me, "Hello, Smalley, what's up?" I said. Eunice replied, anxious and nervous, "Rose, there's bad news." Me, "What bad news?" I asked. She replied, Ema has been shot by some unknown gunman." Jumping off my seat, "What?" I asked. She replied, "She's on her way to the hospital as we speak." "The fuck? Which hospital?" I asked. She replied, "Keystone Hospital, the one not so far from the school." "Are you with her?" I asked. Eunice replied, "No, but we are behind the ambulance. Nathan's driving me there." "Okay, I'll be right there," I said. I rushed out in my housewear. I was a total mess. I wore different slippers, and I was still in my pajama trousers. But I didn't even notice I even forgot my car keys inside the house in my hurry. I sped to the hospital where I met Eunice and Ema's parents. Rushing in. "Where's she? Where's she?" I asked. Eunice replied, "She's in the theater." I rushed there, but they held me back. Ema's dad. "My dear, you can't go in there." Ema's mum. "My enemies have started with me. What did I do? Who wants to kill Ema for me?" Almost whispering. "Rose, there's something you should see," Eunice said. "What?" I asked. Eunice replied, "Let's go outside." I followed her. "Where's that Nathan guy anyway?" I asked. She replied, "He went to get food for your uncle and aunt." Bringing out a piece of paper from her purse that was blood-stained. "They left this on her body," Eunice said. It read, "You think you can mess with me and go scot-free? I'm just starting, and when I'm done, one of us won't be alive to witness the end, and I'm sure you know who that one is. You'll hear from me again soon. Judging from cult symbol of a red-headed skull, I knew who that letter came from, and that made me mad. Do you ever get that feeling of anger when a bully on the playground collects your candy and you try to fight for your stuff, but then they beat up your younger sibling? That was how I felt, and I wasn't going to let that happen to Ema without a fight. Ima's mum. Rose, the doctor says we can see her now." I rushed in, only to meet Ima looking lifeless. I was scared that she was gone, but then... Doctor said, "She's a very lucky young lady. The bullet missed her heart. She is in a coma though, but she'll survive and will have to stay here for a long while till she's fully recovered." I was so relieved my favorite cousin wasn't dead. "Send me the bill for everything. I'll foot it," I said. "Okay, I'll leave you now," the doctor said. He left, and everyone saw I was teary and left me alone with Ama. Immediately they left. I broke down in tears. I said I was going to protect you, and I failed. I said I got your back, and I let this happen to you. I'm so sorry, Ama. I looked at her, and my inner demon resumed its duties. I saw the images of the way my family died in my head, and an image of Sheena shooting Ima, and I was filled with bitter rage and hatred. I got up and walked, straight out of the room and straight out of the hospital, past Eunice, Ema's parent, and even Nathan. Driving out, "Sheena, you just woke the living demon, be prepared to face it," I said. I drove straight to school the same way I was dressed. Everyone looked at me when I got down from the car, but I didn't care. I parked my car and headed straight for Sheena's hideout. I couldn't drive there 'cause of the tall grasses and plants. When I got there, I met them smoking weed, but Sheena was nowhere in sight. "Where is Sheena?" I asked. They replied, "See this girl? Who are you asking? Are you crazy? These guys were not here when I beat Sheena up, so they didn't know me." Second guy, a bit calm. "He's not here, but you can join us," lustfully. Third guy, "Scorpion, Cobra, bring her here, let's have some fun." The so-called Scorpion and Cobra drew close to me in an attempt to touch me. "Be still," I said. They obeyed. "You," to Scorpion. "Shoot him," I said. He shot him, and the guys around were shocked beyond normal. noticing a small dagger in his trousers. "Swallow that knife," I said. He was conscious of what he was doing and was even pleading, but he couldn't stop himself. He swallowed the knife and fell to the floor, struggling with death. Seeing this, the rest of the guys fled. I said, "Run as you may, but hear this. As each day passes, one must die." I left, and Scorpion died 15 minutes later. I searched the entire campus, but Sheena wasn't within the school premises, and when he got back, some of his cult members told him what happened, and he fled the school. Day by day, the school recorded strange cases of deaths in the form of suicide. None except me knew what was killing them, and under 2 weeks, the entire Red Skulls were erased except one, and finding that one wasn't difficult. I kidnapped 2 of his girlfriends and tortured them till they told me where his family lived. I went to his family house as a nice young lady looking for my schoolmate. I met only his mum at home. She called him and he came over immediately. Entering the house, "Mummy, who's looking for me?" Citing me. "Jesus," Sheena said. He turned to run, but I said, "Come back." He obeyed. "Aren't you pleased to see me?" I asked. He replied, trembling, very pleased. "Sheena, are you okay?" His mom asked. He replied, "Yes, Ma. Mummy, please, can you excuse us?" "No need to, Ma, it's gonna be quick," I said. Her, "Okay." "Ma, your son here shot my cousin in an attempt to waste her life, but the bullet missed her heart," I said. Shocked. "What?" his mom asked. I replied, "You heard me, Ma. No need to yell at him 'cause I've got everything under control. You see, I was supposed to get him, but he ran away from me till I traced this place. If only he had submitted himself to me, there would have been no cause to kill you, but since he didn't—" "Rose, please," Sheena said. I replied, straight face, "Shut up." "My daughter am innocent," his mom said. I replied, "And so was my cousin. I shot her." "Now that's how you shoot a person," I said. "Ah, Rose, you'll regret this," Sheena said. I replied, "Yeah, right. Now get into my car." We both got into the car, and I drove straight to my house. On getting there, I lead him straight to my empty storeroom. "I am going to deal with you," I said. I brought out an electric chair. "Look what I had them make specially for you, sit," I said. He sat, I chained him to the chair and poured water all over him. I wore my 4-fingered ring that had sharp spikes on, and I said, "I was on my own when everything started. It was our fight, and you dare drag my cousin into it." I punched him on the face with the ring continuously till I was satisfied with the impact. He was in so much pain and was bleeding when I decided to end his life. "I am one girl that shouldn't be messed with," I said. Still wet, I pressed the button connected to the chair, and he was electrocuted so much that the chair sparked. I threw his lifeless body in front of his house that night. I had my revenge, but I wasn't done with yet. Although I had had my revenge, my inner beast was still very active, waiting for the littlest prey, and I didn't have a problem with it. Emma was still in a coma, but progress was made every now and then. Nathan stuck around more, and he was of great help. I began to see the good and amazing side of him. I began to see how cute and hot he was. I began to see him for who he truly was. Don't get it twisted, I had no emotions or feelings whatsoever for him, but then I was willing to have a friend in him, but— 2 weeks later. Nathan was spending more time in the hospital with us that he neglected some things, one of which was his girlfriend. I left Emma's bedside because I had a very important test to write. On my way to the classroom, Vanessa, Nathan's GF, and her clique blocked my path, and as usual, this drew attention. I was in a hurry, with no time for her, and I wasn't in a good mood. Blocking my way. "Look who finally came to school. I've been waiting for you," Vanessa said. "So you have nothing better to do with your life, huh?" I asked. She replied, "Look at this mad boyfriend snatcher." "I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't want to. Just move. I'm in a hurry," I said. "You must be mad. See this girl, oh. So you think because your cousin's in the hospital, you can hold him there and prevent him from seeing me," she said. I replied, "Look, if you have issues with your boyfriend, then go sort it out with him and get out of my way." I pushed my way, though. I was about to walk out when she said, "I know she was shot because of you, and I also know you're the reason your parents are dead. The killers aren't the real murderers. You are." How she knew about my family was what I didn't know, but I knew she was going to pay for what she said to me. Word of advice: think before you speak. You might just hurt someone's feelings. Turning around and walking towards her. What did you say? I asked. I became furious, and you know I can do anything when I'm mad. She replied, I said you are a murderer. Immediately she screamed that word at me. I gave her a knock on her head that knocked her out cold. To her unconscious body, you are to remain this way until I forgive you, I said. You all know I never forgive. The students there were terrified, in shock, in disbelief, and before I knew it, the school blog carried it. Blog, DJ Zay's a witch. School popular DJ and talent hunt winner, Miss Rose Dennis, has been discovered to be a witch after she knocked Miss Vanessa Ego into unconsciousness. The victim, who was rushed to the hospital, has been in a state of unconsciousness since the day of the incident, and the doctors have said they cannot help her. The victim was also taken to a prayer house where it was said that a power so strong made her that way. Eyewitness reported to have heard Ms. Rose say Vanessa would remain that way unless she forgives her. Will she? Is Rose truly a witch? Is anyone safe? I read the blog and laughed so hard. Me. Bloggers, though. Well, my school life changed, and it was just as similar to my school life in Brooklyn, my quiet life with people who feared and avoided me. I didn't mind anyway. I wanted my space, and I got it. At least 2 people still stayed by my side, Eunice and Nathan, which was weird cause I did that to his girlfriend. The scandal spread that there was a board meeting with the school authorities because of me. I attended when I was called. To cut a long story short, when they threatened to rusticate me from the school if I didn't forgive Vanessa, I just used my power to make them forget and not believe the rumors. Her parents even begged me, threatened to have me arrested, offered me money, but I turned them all down. My friends called me and tried to talk to me, but I still didn't budge. She went too far, and I don't forgive. When my inner monster didn't die down, I knew I still had more bloodshedding to do. Vanessa's father's POV. We put her in her room since there was nothing left for us to do, rather than watch her die as her pulse weaken. Weeping, my only daughter. Oh, hey, Rose, may God punish you wherever you are. You will die young, Vanessa's mom said. I was so bitter and angry, and the fact that Rose refused to undo what she did just got me devastated, and so, on the phone. Hello. Yes, this is Chief. I have a job for you. Vanessa's dad said. Back with Rose. I went back home to freshen up and prepare something for the folks back at the hospital. I had already freshened up and was midway in cooking when the voice in my head gave me a warning. Voice, your cousin is in danger. Me. What? I hurried out of the house, forgetting I left the pot on the gas, which was still on. To the new gateman. Adamu. Open the gates, I said. Immediately the gates were open. I sped out so much so that Adamu ran to his quarters before going back to close the gate. Halfway to the hospital, I remembered I left the food on the gas. Me, calling Adamu. Hello, Adamu. Help me turn off the gas in the kitchen. If you don't know how to, then ask one of our neighbors. Thank you. I hung up and continued driving till I got to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, I ran to Ima's ward and met a doctor I'd never seen before trying to inject something into Ima's body. Hey, what are you doing? I asked. He was obviously startled and began to stammer as I got close to him. He replied, the new Dr. Mayan, I'm supposed to inject her to. I replied, shut up. I knew he was lying. I grabbed him by the neck and started strangling him. When I was satisfied with the impact my hand made on his neck, I let him fall to the floor. I picked the injection up and threatened him with it. What is your name? I asked. He didn't answer, so I took the needle close to him. My name is Ishmael, please. Take that needle away from me. He said, shut up. Who sent you? I asked. Silence. Putting it on his skin. Who sent you? I asked. He replied, ego. Me. Good boy. Now do you know what I'm going to do to you? I asked. He shook his head. I'm going to kill you. Why? 'Cause you tried to mess with my family, and in case you don't know, no one messes with my family. With that, I stuck the needle in his nostril and injected him with the poison that was meant for Ima. I took his phone in his pocket and called Chief Igo. "Hello, is the job done?" Chief asked. I replied, "Chief, Chief, Chief. Really? You couldn't send someone challenging? He couldn't even fight me. Well, Ishmael didn't do your dirty job because he's dead, and guess who's next?" I hung up. Chief's POV. What have I gotten myself into? This girl is a demon, and I'm in her black book now. She'll come after me and kill me, and there's nothing I can do. No, I can do something about it. Talking to his wife. "Ruth, hurry, put Vanessa in the car. We're leaving this place." He said. "Why?" his wife asked. Vanessa's dad replied, "Don't question me, woman. Just do as I've said." "Okay, but I'll need help carrying her." Vanessa's mom said. He replied, "No problem. I'll help you." What he didn't know was that he couldn't run away from me. Back with Rose. Ishmael died 3 minutes later, and the real doctor, including my aunt and uncle, came in. "What's going on here?" Doctor asking, I replied. He was going to inject Ima with some stuff, so I made him inject himself instead, and he's gone. Jesus. "Rose, what did she do that you haven't told us about? Why are they all after her?" Ima's mom asked, I replied, looking down. "She didn't do anything. They are actually after me." "What did you do?" Ima's dad asked. I replied, "Absolutely nothing. Well, nothing serious. When she's fully recovered, she'll stay with us till we can find her an accommodation that's close to school," Ima's dad said. I replied, "Uncle, please don't separate us. I promise to always take care of her." "My mind's made up," he said. Me, looking him in the eyes. "Uncle, please, I want you to reconsider." He replied, "Okay, fine, but you have to promise to protect her." "I give you my word. I have to go back home. I have some unfinished business to take care of," I said. I got back home, and the whole house smelled like something burned in it. "Adamu." "What happened?" I asked. He replied, "Sorry, madam, I was distracted, and I forgot to off it." I replied, "It's okay. Just go back to your post." Him. "Yes, ma." Later that night, Chief and his family left the state, but like I said earlier, Noon could hide from me. As he went to bed that night, I appeared in his dreams and killed him there. I killed him in his dreams, and he died in real life as well. Word of advice: everything is not what it seems, so be careful how you mess with the balance of things. Even though Nathan always came to the hospital, I still didn't like him and still gave him the cold shoulder. Well, I did that until... At the hospital. A machine that read Ima's heartbeat was connected to her body, and the doctor told us that she was consciously unconscious. "Doctor, her mind is fully conscious, but her body isn't. She can hear, so it'll be advisable for you guys to talk to her, gist her a bow. Things that she'd love to hear. Give her a reason to fight, a reason to wake up." "Hope you understand," the doctor said. We replied, "Yes, doctor." "One more thing. Please try your possible best not to cry close to her. We want her to recover, not deteriorate," the doctor said. We didn't waste time in doing as the doctor had said. Eunice, Nathan, me, everyone who knew her, including her course mates, helped, and that went a long way in doing some good. I tried my best as well. I wasn't a talkative, but I became one cause of her. One day I went to see her. I said, entering the room, "Hey, sis," noticing her parents there. "Good afternoon." They responded, "Ima, guess what? I finally learned to make that soup you love so much, and I brought some for your mum and dad, and guess who else? You. All you have to do now is wake up and eat, I'm sure." "You must be starving," I said. No response. "Ima, please wake up and eat so the food doesn't get cold," I said. No response. Tears began to well up in my eyes, and that of my aunt. Me. "Ima, please, please wake up." No response. I reached my breaking point. Looking at my energetic cousin laying there like a dead person just broken my heart. I rushed out of the room just when Nathan was going in. Him, Rose. I just brushed past him and went straight to the back seat of my car and cried. I was still crying when I heard a knock on the windshield. I wiped my tears, but I couldn't wipe the redness off my eyes. Winding down, "What do you want?" I asked. He replied, "I want us to talk." "Go get a life," I said. "Talking will help you feel better," he said. I replied, "Go away," winding the windshield up. "Okay, sorry," he said. He was about to leave when, winding down, "Get in," I said. He smiled and got into the car. Awkward minutes of silence took over till I burst into tears. I said I was going to protect her, but I let this happen to her. It's all my fault. He just kept quiet and placed my head on his chest and ran his fingers through my hair while I was cried. It's all my fault, totally my fault, she said. She had a bad feeling about going to school that day, but I pushed her into going. Even at school, she called and said she felt she was being followed, but I said she was just being paranoid, crying even louder. I'm a murderer. I never listen to the people that matter most to me, and bad things happen to them because of me. I'm the reason my family is dead, am the reason Ima's lying half dead, am a monster, I said. I cried so much that his shirt was seriously soaked. I just let everything out. I didn't cry as much as I cried in that car during my family's funeral. I cried so much as I kept seeing the images in my head, and I couldn't help but blame myself. When I was done crying, I realized my head was on Nathan's chest. I wiped my tears and looked the other way. Looking the other way. Thanks, I said. No need to. You look cuter when you cry, he said. I replied, yeah, right. Sigh of relief. I feel much better, like some huge weights has been taken off me. You must have had a lot locked up inside you, he said. You have no idea, I replied. Do you want to share? He asked, I replied. Trust me, you don't want to know. I think you should, he said, cutting him short. Enough about me, let's talk about you for a change, I said. There's nothing much to know about me, he replied. Okay, since there isn't, tell me why you're a playboy, 'cause I know everyone has reasons for the kind of lifestyle they choose, I asked. He replied, laughing, I'm not a playboy. I gave him the don't gimme that crap look and he started talking. Him. He looked downcast. To forget about stuff, he said. Like? I asked. He replied, being broke, a messed up family. Me. Oh, my sister is mentally unstable living with a fear that haunts her all the time, he said. His voice began to crack, and I knew if I didn't stop him, he was going to cry, and I wasn't ready for that. Or maybe I should have let him continue. Okay, want to know what makes me feel better and happy? I asked. He replied, sniffs. Yeah. Ice cream, I said. He laughed. Oh, really? He said. I replied. Yep, so let's go grab some ice cream, my treat. Him. Okay. We moved to the front seats and I drove off. That was the beginning of a beautiful friendship that wasn't meant to last. To be continued. Stay tuned. Episode 6 coming tomorrow. Leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.